Right here?
Pilot seat.
What is happening here? Why am I out in the desert driving an insane Jeep with my mountain bike ratchet strapped to the roof? Well, I did indeed do quite a bit of mountain biking out in southern Utah, but I was really there to participate in the off-road games, where experienced off-roaders are paired up with inexperienced off-roaders, that's me, to complete a course out at Sand Hollow State Park. That's why I was invited. Aside from RC crawlers and going out in a Jeep once or twice, I don't know what I'm doing. And so they paired me up with Rudy from Rudy's Adventure and Design. And on day one, he took me out in his Rudicon for a practice run.
Good to meet you in person, Rudy.
Yeah, that's great.
It's an honor.
That's it.
Man, this thing is battle hardened. And we got another guest here, Higgins. Hey, Higgins. How you doing, buddy? And we're gonna go to Sand Hollow and practice. You called it a gatekeeper?
Well, the trail doesn't really start till this one obstacle. I want to make sure he's good on it.
This is the first time I've ridden in a proper off-road vehicle since I rented a Jeep in Moab, and those were kind of baby trails. This was actually my first car. A Jeep
Cherokee?
Yeah, a Jeep Cherokee Sport, a 94.
Yeah. When it warms up, it'll get better. So, if the steering feels a little funny, that's what whole hydro feels like.
Okay.
So there's no like mechanical linkage to the wheels. Everything else is the same. Like it just
Everything seems perfect. Your check engine light's on, your airbag light's on, just like it's supposed to be.
the airbag fuse is just pulled. That's why that's on.
So when he's out of the car, you don't have to worry about him getting hit by cars.
No, when he was a puppy, I made sure he knows what cars are.
We sort of have the same issue with trail dogs. Like they have to be trained not to stick their noses in the spokes. Oh, here we go.
Put it in neutral.
Neutral.
Right there. And then go ahead and just pull that back over. And then that's it.
That's in? It doesn't... There it goes. Stand.
Oh, Cherokee problems. And now you just point and shoot, and it'll drive up whatever you want.
Nice.
As long as you can see.
I can't see over the dashboard of any car. Yeah, the last time I went four-wheeling was in Moab, and it was in a rented Jeep. They don't even air it down or anything, and they don't let you touch the tire pressure. You just give it to you and tell you to take it easy. And I went on fins and things, which I guess is like I guess that's pretty mellow trail.
Yeah, it has its spots.
That's on, yeah?
Yep, those are both on.
They're both on?
Yeah,
okay.
Is on, those lights are
cool.
Broken.
So now it should behave like one of my RC crawlers.
Yeah, now it's just fully locked.
Perfect. Okay, this looks kind of harrowing.
Third driver. On this drop, you're gonna want your tire to just hug that wall.
Hug this wall?
Yeah.
Where all the tire marks are. Like how close to that wall? Like way over?
Touch it, like rub the tire on it or...
So steer way off to the left.
Yeah. How's that? A little pucker factor?
You know what? It's really hard to scare me.
What about you?
There's a little crease in this.
Oh my goodness. The wall of the tire should basically be riding that crack over there. I got to go to the right of this crack right here.
You're gonna straddle it. After that, you're not gonna want to be up on that.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Passenger a little bit. Okay.
A little frightening, isn't it?
You know what helps is your confidence. You don't look scared.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tools in a washer.
So.
Yep.
You have the nut.
So this Bronco is basically stranded over here, and so Rudy's parked his Jeep on higher ground, and he's trying to use the winch to pick it up so they can repair it on the trail. This would be pretty tough to get out of here otherwise.
This was like striking gold. The YouTube creator responsible for the off-road games is Matt's Off-Road Recovery. Their motto is, "We'll get 'em out." And that's what they do in every episode. They help people get unstuck and recover their vehicles. Before Rudy had his YouTube channel, he was doing these recoveries almost every day. And there I was, watching it go down in real time.
I can see the bolts in that.
So who's responsible for this?
I can't say. The man with no name. Poor Cherokee was never meant to pick up a big fat Bronco.
I know. Yeah, now we got the pressure off the brake line.
You definitely want to probably order a new brake.
So Rudy was trying to pull the Bronco up higher, and his U-joint snapped, and so now both trucks are broken, but I think we're gonna do great. This is kind of like the Millennium Falcon.
Kind of,
It's like really high performance, but it's kind of
just a pile.
So this Bronco's fixed. Now we gotta get back down with a broken U-joint, which Rudy says should be no problem. I'm sure the camera does not do justice to how steep this is. That way, okay. Yeah, this has got some pucker factor to it. I don't want to run over Janelle. Wow, okay. I don't want to scratch up your rig. Keep it turned like this? Okay. Straighten out? Yeah, okay. Wow, this...
Turn my way.
Oh man, I think this is the maneuver right here. Holy Nikes. I'm gonna shiest myself.
You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Little bit. No, I was up there. I was scared.
With Rudy's U-joint mangled, we had to head out to his shop for some parts, and to bring one of his projects back to the expo.
So you turned it into a rollback truck.
Yeah.
What can you load into it?
The people that built it for have mini Jeeps. They have little tiny Jeeps that fit in the back of it.
The ones you get at Tractor Supply?
Yeah, those
Yeah.
ones. Yep.
On his YouTube channel, Rudy builds all sorts of silly stuff. There's a K-truck that is a rollback truck. There's a Mini Cooper out there. I don't know what he's gonna do with that, but looks like he has a spare U-joint, and we're gonna go back to the expo and put it on the Rudicon. luckily here at the expo, there's actually a mobile lift that Rudy can use in the parking lot to replace this part.
We only had one day to prepare for the off-road games, and Rudy would need to repair his U-joint in the midst of a hectic expo. And by hectic, I mean cold temperatures, 50-mile-per-hour winds, and thousands of people. As is usually the case, the U-joint wasn't the only part Rudy needed, and we were starting to run out of time.
When the shaft went, it took out the inner axle seal. So Zach's running into town to go get a new one from O'Reilly's. And when he gets back, we'll put it back together.
Thankfully, Rudy builds his rigs out of extremely common parts, and this is by design. When he did recoveries for a living, the Rudicon needed to be up and running at all times. So he doesn't want to special order stuff from a car dealership, he wants to be able to walk into an auto parts store, and they usually have what he needs. When I travel somewhere with my bike, I choose to bring a bike with common parts, as opposed to, let's say, my mixed wheel lefty bike. That ensures I can keep things running while I'm out in the field. And so the Rudicon was up and running again, and Rudy and I had a chance to think of some ways to integrate what I do into the games.
We're thinking the departure angle with this bike rack is not going to be good, and so we're going to have to strap it to the roof.
That's fine. That'll just look cooler.
Now, I strongly considered clickbaiting this video by titling it $4 Harbor Freight Bike Rack versus Off-Road Trail. But honestly, I felt pretty good about my bike being up there. The plan was to drive the Rudicon up the trail with the rest of the participants, and then ride back down on my cross-country bike. My logic was that if a 4x4 can climb it, a mountain bike can definitely descend it.
You look over on the Rudicon, there is a mountain bike on there. That belongs to Seth. Seth is going to be riding back down the trail. Do you drive a bike or ride it?
You ride a bike.
All right. See, I've been driving mine, and that's what I've been doing wrong.
Okay, it actually begins now. We're going to get in and get to the starting line. Rudy's windshield wipers are not in the greatest condition. He told me do not use them under any circumstances.
This is the windshield wiper.
Is this the type of mountain biking you usually do? Yeah, rocks, mountains.
So how exactly do you win the off-road games? Well, you appease the audience. They vote for the winner, and so it's about putting on a show and having fun. It's about meeting YouTube creators in person. It's not necessarily about being good at rock crawling, but I didn't want to screw up Rudy's Jeep or roll it over onto my very nice mountain bike. And so I did feel some pressure to actually drive the thing right.
We did it! Come on! Woo! Woo! Come on!
Yeah,
Straight down this?
Yep, you're good.
All right. Oh, they threw us a duck!
All right.
Nice.
Just like that.
Walked right over it.
So if you look closely, you'll notice little spots of color all over the trail. Those are ducks. Like quack quack. It's a Jeep cultural thing, and if you do anything with Jeeps, you know about the ducks. You see them on people's dashboard, and I guess some people travel around with them. And at this event, there were designated duck picker uppers, and so we didn't worry about them too much.
We'll see what line he decides.
Take a right.
Take a right.
Right. Take it.
Got it. Ooh, just a little bit of sputtering out of the Rudicon. That's what we like. I mean, it's running right.
Right. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Right, Sil?
Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
Like straddle the crack like we did the other day. Left tire up it. Take a right.
Take a right here?
Yep. Okay, left a little bit.
Yeah, we'll get up on here and chill.
Okay.
That got my blood pumping a little bit.
Piece of cake. He's a pro. I didn't even say anything to him, and he just did it.
I'm actually a little worried about this one.
Like always, the Rudicon just keeps on trucking its way through.
Let it eat!
Trying to keep everybody in sync here.
People repeatedly ask me if I was scared doing this, and I always said, if Rudy has a normal expression on his face, I have no reason to be scared. But when you are driving, and the entire world is at a 45-degree angle, or all you see is the sky or the ground, you get some pretty unique feels. With Rudy spotting me, I was feeling pretty confident, until he told me we were going to take the same line that Ed Bolian and Bleepin' Jeep did.
Whoa, they are way over on the side there.
Don't do that.
Yeah, let's not do that.
If the nose starts going one way, steer a little bit to the other.
Which way? We got it. That went a little better. All right. We're gonna keep it.
Did that one get your adrenaline going?
Unless Rudy looks scared, my adrenaline doesn't get. Once I see the look in his eye, then yeah.
I've never seen that look in Rudy's eye in my whole life.
As we worked our way through the trail and tackled obstacle after obstacle, it became clear that the Rudicon eats. You just point at its stuff and press the pedal, and it eats. And if things got too technical for me, I just looked over at Rudy and he told me where to steer. I was starting to feel like I really knew what I was doing until I saw this vertical wall.
All right, this looks really steep.
Oh, we're gonna see what Seth does. Oh! I have it on good word that Rudy did not break out of prison.
I couldn't wait to ride down the wall on my bike, but we still had trail left, including some pretty technical features. And I never considered that my bike just might hit some of them. But it didn't, and inside the Rudicon, I was none the wiser. Finally, we arrived at the final challenge, the chute.
This is it, the chute. Then I get to ride down. Hey, you got something up for me? Sure. All right, let's go.
Just kind of like keep the RPMs high. If you stop, you just push the brake.
Is there any particular line?
Spot you. There's only one way, but if it goes bad, it can only go really bad if it goes bad.
Is this one of the only things that you can actually see your spotter?
I can barely see over the hood of my own car. Yes!
Devin is definitely a crowd favorite. Yeah!
Yeah! Oh my God. That was awesome! They're moving, it's time to go up and shoot.
He's pretty confident out there watching his friend do this. Here he goes. It's the
You gonna do that line after him?
No, I'm gonna get on my bike now.
Alright, what's rolling through your head?
When I get to the sand, I'm gonna fall off my bike pretty much.
So you're planning on not getting to the bottom on all two wheels?
When I get to the bottom, yeah, it's over.
Are you ready to roll then?
I'm ready.
Do we need the crowd to give him a 3, 2, 1? Let's give him 3, 2, 1. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, this is a good day.
How was it?
It was freaking awesome.
I got a rad shot from the top coming into the canyon.
This is gonna be fun. There's a couple of spots that are not gonna be fun at all, and they involve like 50 yards of sand.
Yeah.
But yeah, the rest of this is gonna be like the best day ever. Even on the downhills. Normal sand I could do, this is like moon dust. Whew. It's just like my first car, a 94 Cherokee. Josh, thanks for picking me up and giving me a ride. That was a lifesaver through all that sand.
We spent the remaining time socializing with fans and enjoying the expo, and neither Rudy or I spent much time wondering whether we actually won anything. But in the end, we kind of did.
Seth Burnpeak and Rudy with Rudy's adventure and design. And it might have been because he decided to ride his bike down the chute. I don't think that's ever happened, ever.
We tied with Laura Farms and Trail Mater for People's Choice.
Yeah, I got out of prison, come spend time with you guys. And thank you. You guys are great.
This is my first experience with the off-road community, and I rode a bicycle down that thing as you guys all cheered, and that's a warm welcome. Yeah. This was for you guys, and it was amazing.
You should absolutely check out Rudy's Adventure and Design if you want to see this event from his perspective. Plus, you might want to see what he ends up doing with this Mini Cooper. Also, if you want to stay 5 minutes from Sand Hollow during the next off-road games, you should check out the place I stayed because it was super nice and it sleeps a ton of people. And that was good for me because Southern Utah is a mountain biking mecca. And part of the deal was I'd be taking Matt from Matt's Off-Road Recovery mountain biking. And so if you want to see how that went, you'll need to subscribe for a future video. I hope you found this video interesting. I hope you learned something. And if not, I hope you at least found it entertaining. Thanks for riding with me today, and I'll see you next time.
Crushed it. Seth's winning for sure.
Yeah, you might have looked a little small in it, but you still did great.